Hey guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing a little bit of a review on the Monta OceanKing Generation 2, Version 2, however you want to call it. I did just want to preface with the fact that this watch was purchased. It was not given to me for review, and I really am in no way affiliated with Monta. The reason why I'm doing this review is because I'm a very big watch enthusiast, and I did a lot of research on a watch up to a X dollar amount budget that I really wanted, and the watch was purchased by a family member of mine to me. And today I just want to share this initial kind of like unboxing and review with you. And then, in a second video, I will probably do a follow-up, just maybe detailing and outlining its performance. So let's get into it. Of course, the brand in question is Monta watches. They are a Mico-Brand considered, based out of St. Louis, Missouri. Swiss-made timepieces. Specialize in the Monta Triumph, Monta OceanKing, and then a GMT as well, which stands for Greenwich Mean Time, which helps you keep track of when you jump time zones. It keeps track of home time and your current time zone time. So let's get into it. We're going to first start by opening this cardboard box here, just to give you guys an idea. It comes in the outer box is just a black, kind of embossed on top with the logo. Nothing too fancy, but this part here is very nice. It's textured. Almost reminds me of like a Paddock Philippe kind of logo-ish. So anyways, as we proceed to open this up, we have our beautiful, it's not exactly wooden box. It looks wooden, but it's kind of hard for me to describe the material on it. It's just like a lacquered kind of box. You guys can hear the material. It looks like it's got a wood finish, although it's not. And this is just flat on the box. Still a nice, still a beautiful case considering. I mean, it's not, obviously half-assed done or anything like that. It's very, very nice. I don't know how much it cost the company to actually produce this. But, obviously the cost gets passed on to the watch. But we're going to proceed to open this. And as you can see, we have a beautiful... let me see if I can get the camera up just a little bit. You can see back here, this is felted here, which is really nice. And it has the company's, again, name and logo inside. And if we take a further look inside, over here would sit the watch on a nice, beautiful kind of like velvet dark blue, a navy, I guess, if you want to call it, presentation pillow. And then over here, what you have is a traveling case with a spring bar. I'm going to take this out for a second so you guys can see a removal tool for, kind of hard for my camera to focus. There we go. So this tool is used to remove the current band on it, and you can replace, just to show you guys, this is the, travel case. Just slip the watch right into here, take it with you wherever you go. It's nice and convenient. So that band removal tool would be used for putting on this NATO strap. This beautiful NATO strap that comes with it. It's a nice touch. It's something that, you know, obviously comes in the cost of the watch, but it's not something that they have to include, and they do. You know, again, just taking a look here, it's just a nice tan, kind of just like a padding. It's nothing like a, you know, I don't think it's like a fancy kind of material. It's almost like a hard kind of foam. But you know, again, it's just very nice. It just goes along with the you know, lacquered, you know, polished kind of plasticky wood kind of thing. And over here you have the warranty card here. Monta's logo on it, of course. These watches can only be purchased online and nowhere else. So you know, you really have to do your research a little bit and kind of know what you're getting before you do get it. But I promise you, you really won't be too disappointed. And we're going to go into a whole bunch of stuff in a minute. Behind that is the Monta booklet, where you know, again, it just gives you the general information, crown positions and setting the time, the bezel function, care in your warranty. Monta watches come with a 2-year international warranty, as can be seen here, covering any manufacturing defects. Wear and tear is not included. And it just kind of gives you like a little bit of an outline of how to use the watch and things like that, what kind of movement is in it. Just to show you the OceanKing, the top one, which is the one I have, 40.7 millimeter Sellita SW300 movement, which I believe is the equivalent to the ETA 2892. It's got the 42-hour power reserve and water resistant to 304 meters. Just to give you an idea, it's over, I believe it's 1,000 feet. So that's pretty good. And then as you guys can see, and I'll just bring this just a little bit closer, I did size the watch already. This is actually a very nice touch. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I'm going to bring it over anyways. These come with screw links, as you can see. They're just not push pins, so you get the extra added security when you put the pins and take them out. They screw right into the band, and they're really, really nice, really, really durable. I'll take out one of the links just to show you here. You know, very nice brushed links, and you know, obviously very, very easy to size. You'll just need like a jeweler's screwdriver to just take the links out and to put them back in as desired. So I'm just gonna work to get this piece back on in here. Just trying to keep all the links kind of nice and together. And then we're going to go on to, you know, of course, the next part of this. I just wanted to show you guys the box. Thought it was very interesting. So let's put the booklet on, warranty card, and then the little travel case. So that's the case here. Closes very nicely, as you guys can see. I'm going to slip this back into the box here. And then we're going to get the box closed, and on goes the top. So now I think it's only appropriate, after almost 10 minutes of showing you guys the box and just kind of how nice it is, to go into the watch. Now, one of the things before I do go show you guys the watch that I will preface with is that this particular watch is sold online. I mean, through their website. If you can get it for cheaper, then that's phenomenal. But it's kind of difficult because not a lot of these are on the secondary market. So good luck trying to go on to like Chrono24 or eBay or anything else like that to try to find it, because chances are you won't. You'll find a lot of Generation 1 watches, but you won't find the Generation 2s, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know, certainly the supply is limited on the secondary gray market, so really the only place to go is the prime market. So like I said, the price on this is $1,925 US dollars. You know, do I think it's a good deal? For a Mico-Brand, they are a little bit overpriced, but I will tell you, for the quality that you get, it's really unbelievable. Like I said, I don't know how much this packaging costs. It probably costs, you know, about $100, $200 or something like that. So that, you know, that's built into the price. But anyways, let's go into the watch itself. And here is the beauty. I'm going to put that just kind of right there so you guys can just see the face of it. And we're going to really go into everything with this watch. So this is the Monta OceanKing, version 2.0. The main difference between this and the 1.0 is that the 1.0 didn't have the crown guards over here, and this version does, which is actually really a nice touch. Sometimes when you do not have the crown guards on a watch, the crown could slip out or something. This kind of helps to prevent, it just protects the crown on it, which is really, really nice. Let me see if I can get you guys in a little closer here. I know you guys can see like a little reflection, but I promise you there's a lot of anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystal, which is really, really nice. So this is the watch. It is a beautiful, beautiful blue, like sunburst kind of dial. And the bezel itself, let me just get my sandal back on here. I apologize for that. The bezel itself is ceramic. What I do like about it is that the entire bezel is loomed. The hour and minute hands obviously are loomed. The applied hour markers are loomed, and the second hand, as you see going around the dial, is also loomed. This is something where Monta really wins, This is, to me, this is the definition of a modern dive watch. In my opinion, this keeps up, if not kicks, the competition in the ass within its price range and even well above it. I get that this watch is compared to Rolex a lot, but, at the end of the day, Rolex does not... The only thing I think Rolex misses is the loomed ceramic bezel, which, why don't they do that? That's beyond me, but I think that they should. Anyways, just going around the watch a little bit. Super comfortable on the wrist. This is currently sized to my 7 1/4-ish, give or take, wrist. But just really nice, solid construction on this. I'm going to start to walk you guys around it a little bit. Nice brushed finish, very clean kind of look. You guys can see the Monta logo on the safety clasp. Flips up, flips down, no problem. You guys could see the name on the beautifully polished clasp. This is a nice size. This is a very nice size clasp. Comes down very easy, snaps right into place, and that goes right on top of it just to give its little safety latch. And you guys can see just how beautiful. I mean, this is really it seems very meticulously thought out. As you guys can see, it's actually on the other side, the screwed links that go into that. Something else a modern dive watch really needs to have. It's just the execution on the design. Bracelet, super comfortable. Really also very nice thickness with the case. I think it's around 12 or so millimeters thick, which really isn't that bad. And, again, you get that 300 meters plus of water resistance with the nice screw back case, which is almost reminiscent of Breitling, how their case backs are. Certainly need a special tool to open it up, but, you really never want to open these up, for any reason. Once you open up a watch, it, can affect the water resistance, the gaskets, getting a little dusty. You never really want to do that. And then you guys can see, a nice view here of the crown guards with the beautiful Monta logo that's on the crown over here. Pretty nice and solid on that. And so this, this little clasp, safety clasp, flips up. This flips open really easy. The bracelet is as super comfortable as anything. And the other thing that's really kind of cool with this, just to show you guys, is that this is patent pending, apparently, according to Monta. So this comes down easily, and you can literally, all you have to do is slide the clasp, and it just moves up. It just moves down. It's a great little micro adjust, but there's really no buttons to do it. It's just a simple slide action. So I have it on the last thing right now. I could always bring it in a little bit if I have to, but it's quite a sturdy clasp. And, and as you can see, it really micro adjusts. I think, I don't know what the equivalent is, like how many millimeters, like if it's like 3, 4, 5. But this is almost like an absolute must on a modern dive watch. Just very well executed, super comfortable. The clasp is, of course, very yes, it's very, very reminiscent. This is, Rolex clasp-ish, I guess. It's not exactly like I guess it's like a glide lock. Eventually, I will do a video where I do the comparison of this to a Rolex Submariner, because I'm going to tell you guys this. I do believe that this watch keeps up with the Rolex Submariner. If not, possibly kicks its ass a little bit. I'm just being honest with you. For the price, it's under $2,000, people. You can't really, you really can't complain about that. And a Rolex, I mean, yeah, this will like just lose crazy value on the secondary market if you decide to sell it. But this is a really very well high quality Swiss made watch with a very, very durable movement, very high water resistant. This is that watch that can go from the beach to the boardroom and almost everywhere in between. Like I said, very, very well executed. You can see the beautiful polishing here. I do want to demonstrate to you guys the bezel, just so you guys can get a better idea. Really, and it is a 60 click bezel. It's not a 120, so it goes on the minutes. But as you guys can see, it really doesn't, it doesn't skip a beat. And honestly, it's not hard to do this even on the wrist. It doesn't slide back. There's no give in it. Very easy to move. As you guys can see, I'm doing it with relative ease right now. It really stops where it needs to stop, and it doesn't give at all. As you guys can see, I'm moving it easily. Stops right there on the 5 and then goes right back up on top. So really, and you guys heard the click. I mean, it's such a sturdy, great bezel. And the blue it's one of the most beautiful blues I've seen. One of my buddies has a Cartier, or had a Cartier, I think it was like a Roadster, with a 39 millimeter case. That was like the nicest blue I'd ever seen on a watch. And this one really does rival it in the light, which is just great. A little bit of dust on the crystal, no big deal. But obviously it's Swiss sapphire crystal. Absolutely beautiful. Just to give you guys just a little bit idea of an accuracy for right now, I did set the watch 7:02 a.m. This morning, and it's currently running, I think, about maybe a half a second or so fast, maybe 3/4 of a second fast. These watches are rated on their website to go plus or minus 5 seconds a day, but a lot of people report having even better results at plus or minus around 2 seconds. So that's, of course, Rolex standards, superlative chronometer, certified. They do plus or minus 2 after casing. They're technically, minus the Zenith Defy Lab, I think it is, which does like plus minus 1 second over like 48 or 72 hours. Rolex does plus or minus 2 per day. This one's rated plus minus 5 a day. Regular COSC is plus 6 minus 4. So this is really almost in essence beating it-ish in a sense. So, again, it's really just a complete total package. Again, it is one of the most comfortable watches, and I'll show you guys like another angle here. You guys can really see the beautifully applied hour markers. Extremely generous lume. Of course, I'm going to show you guys that. Very, very easy click bezel on it. Just a really, really great sturdy watch. I promise you guys would get compliments almost anywhere you go. Let it be compared to Rolex. Who really cares? I have to give, president of Monta Watch, Justin Crudell, I believe. I've been in constant email with him. Kudos to him, and his team. They've really done a great job over with Monta. I mean, my only criticism of this watch, honestly, is really the price of it. I think for a Mico-Brand, they shouldn't be really much above around the $1,200 to $1,500 mark, if they could be, only because it's a Mico-Brand, and if you want to bring people in, got to really make it a little bit affordable. But I will defend them in the sense where you sure as hell get what you pay for with this watch. So what I want to do now is I want to get a nice lume shot for you guys. I'm going to get this thing with the light on this for a second for about a minute, and I'm going to just kind of keep talking for a minute. You guys will not be disappointed purchasing this watch. Super accurate, super great, extremely durable, very easy to size, very easy to fit. Almost any wrist size can wear this. 40.7 millimeter case size. I'll show you guys how it looks on my wrist, and you know, do a little turnaround for you guys so you can get a good idea. But you know, the packaging, very, very, very incredible. It's very nice. And this is a watch that will, without a doubt, stand the test of time. Super accurate, which is great. You guys get the nice, you know, glide lock system with this, or the micro adjust clasp, stainless steel band. They also have a rubber band available for purchase. I believe it's like $225 or $235. I opted not to go for that because I personally prefer to wear my watches on a stainless steel band. So we're gonna get the lights off here. We're gonna go really in the dark for a minute. So now there's absolutely no light. You guys are going to get a really good idea for how well this watch lights up in the dark. So let's do it. Look at that bad boy. You guys can see the bezel is loomed. The hour, minute, seconds hand is loomed, as well as all the hour markers. And, you know, from what I have seen from other videos online, the lume really goes almost all night. It could go for hours. Maybe it gets a little bit more faint, which is okay. But, I mean, this is really unbelievable. Just a beautiful piece. So easy and clear to see. I mean, you guys could really tell. It's going to be 6:37, give or take. I mean, that's pretty good that you guys can see that. And you guys can see the seconds hand right now. It's ticking to about 8, 9 seconds, 10 seconds. You know, this is what you want a really good, fairly hardcore dive watch to have. Because when you go underwater, if people do dive with them, which they should, obviously, and you need to see when you're going, you know, maybe 10 meters down, 20 meters down, or whatever it is, for those of you that do, you'll be able to see this pretty clearly, which is really, really nice. I mean, so I'm very, very, very impressed with the lume on this. Really no issues with it. Just the watch in general is great. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the lights turned back on here. Just wanted to give you guys a good idea of the lume on it. So we're back in the light, of course, which is nice, and you know, I'll bring you guys back on over here. The other thing that I want to do now is I do want to put this on the wrist, and then get the camera and show you guys some really nice wrist shots of it, just to give you guys a good idea of how it looks on my wrist. So this is the watch sitting on the wrist, super comfortable. Let me just get a little piece of something on the crystal there. That's good. So, super comfortable on the wrist. We're going to bring you guys around here to the light. I mean, look how nice that is. I mean, that's just a beautiful blue sunburst. Very easy to read, very easy to tell. Again, you know, I just have a light above me so you guys can really see the glare a little bit. But this watch is very easy to read in almost all light situations, whether it's a little lighter, a little darker outside. As you guys can see, it sits very nice evenly on the wrist, super comfortable, and just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of a run around on this, going all the way to there. And the lugs, just, I mean, you guys could just take a look at the side profile. I mean, look how nicely that sits on the wrist. It doesn't sit too high whatsoever. You could really put this watch, you know, wear it with any sort of cufflinks or anything. Just really molds to your wrist. It almost reminds me of like a Milanese mesh bracelet. You could obviously put that on. I believe that this bracelet width is around 20 or 22 millimeters. So let's get you guys into a little bit of different light here, just so you guys can see that. And I mean, look how beautiful that is. You know, you go somewhere, this watch is going to be noticed for sure. You know, great date window. It has the quick set date. The only reason why I'm not really taking the crown out or anything right now is because, you know, I already set the time on it. I'm just trying to make sure I get the accuracy correct on it. But I just want to give you guys a good idea. That's a little bit of a further away wrist shot so you guys can see the difference between a close-up and a little further away shot. Like I said, super, super impressed with this watch. I've been wearing it all day. You know, love the lume, as you guys saw before. This watch is just, you know, as impressive as it really gets for Mico-Brand, and, you know, brand that, you know, gets compared to, I guess, Rolex. Guys, you wouldn't be disappointed with something like this. And, of course, it comes in different dial and bezel colors. You guys could go onto their website at www. I think it's, or just go onto like Google, do Monta watches search, and you guys will see them. They've been featured on like a blog to watch. I think maybe GQ or something like that. A few other websites. But again, a quick little Google search, really no problem. You guys will be able to find them. Big shout out to the brand. I'm super impressed with them. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. If there's any other questions that you have regarding this watch or anything else that you want to know, please feel free to let me know. Love to answer them for you. Love to, steer you in any right direction. Just want to kind of close out with, a few other shots of it, and I'll show you guys kind of the case back because maybe you guys didn't see that before. So of course it's a Swiss-made 300-meter water resistance. Still have the tag on it or whatever. But yeah, I mean this is really unbelievable. And again, you could take the band out by getting the little tool removal right in here between the lugs on the band, taking it out. If you guys prefer NATO, rubber, doesn't matter whatever you want to do, you guys can put it on here. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching today. Feel free to like my channel, subscribe, do whatever it is, ask any questions about this watch. Anything that you want to know, I'll certainly do my best to answer it. And guys, go check out Monta watches. They're definitely a brand worth considering. I know that they're a micro, you can only buy them online brand, but they almost have a watch for any style and any taste. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.